Action News exclusive, Kansans deterring danger in the Pacific.
From police officers to students, members of the Kansas Air National Guard leaving their homes to keep us safe. 41 Action News reporter Lexi Suter traveled more than 7,000 miles along with the Guard.
Climbing aboard takes commitment before it ever takes flight. 7,000 miles from home, above the ocean and the jungle, the men and women of the Kansas Air National Guard have a critical job.
You know, weekend warriors, not really. We're busy all the time.
A job
30,
much more important
20,
than they let on.
10.
They land in a place that looks like paradise. The beauty of Andersen Air Force Base doesn't begin to match its importance.
We do everything in Guam.
Colonel Samuel White left his family in Kansas City to oversee all flight operations.
Our job here is to assure our allies and deter any potential adversaries, which is why we have the Guard here 365 days a year.
The tiny island gives the U.S. a strategic presence in the Pacific. Here we work with allies like Japan and Australia, and we keep tabs on potential threats, China and North Korea.
Okay.
I think I've been to Guam 3 or 4 times now.
Receiver stable. Okay.
For most of these people,
Roger.
serving with the 190th Air Refueling Wing is a second job.
All right, start to roll out. Tanker is rolling out.
When Commander Jared Ramsey isn't on this tanker, he's flying a commercial jet. And Chief Von Burns is also Detective Burns with the Kansas City Police Department. And 20-year-old Carly Stahlbomber, a KU student, putting her education on hold to wear this uniform.
A little bit right, stable.
Crews spend hours in the sky.
Roger.
A show of force and power.
Stable.
This KC-135 is also a flying gas tank.
They don't go that far without us.
Senior Master Sergeant Brian Dillon operates the boom that refuels the fighters and the bombers,
We're always the guys that are just out of the spotlight.
giving them the gas they need to get across the globe.
There is no room for error when you're a boom operator going more than 500 miles per hour and just inches away from another aircraft. That airman has to make a perfect, flawless connection.
There's a lot of people's lives in your hands, you know, the fact that the receiver could run out of fuel in the combat zone. You know, there are a lot of different things that, you know, mid-air collisions, it's quite an orchestra of things going on.
No, Guam isn't the face of our country's biggest battle, but it requires a constant presence to keep us safe. It's a volunteer job full of sacrifice.
A little bit of side to side. Stable.
16 hours
0-13-30, looking good.
away from home.
Receiver stable.
Wow. That fascinating look there brought to us by reporter Lexi Suter and photographer Chase Lucas. The 190th Refueling Wing logged more than 6,500 flying hours just this year. That breaks a record for the most missions completed in history.